Hey folks, welcome to verifiedinvesting.com. My name is Gareth Soloway, Chief Market Strategist here. Now in today's video, we're going to deep dive into the S&P after a solid rally on Friday. The charts are saying get out, watch out, be ready. The markets are still headed lower. We're going to look at the S&P 500, the Nasdaq, and the Dow Jones Industrial Average. And the Dow again crossed 50,000 on Friday, but is set to top out now and head sharply lower. The charts are in charge. Again, as always, verified investing, no BS, just charts and data. All right, into the charts we go here, taking a look at the S&P 500. What did we see on Friday? A great 2% rally in the S&P right here. You can see it right on this candle. Now, notice this trend line in white. We've gone over it many times before if you have followed my videos, but we're going to get into some other factors here, right? So number one, we have the white trend line extending from the April tariff 2025 sell-off low, and that connects beautifully to the low pivots all along here. And notice how the market was kind of climbing this wall of worry at this point. Big move first, and then notice how every move and bounce off the line got smaller and smaller until it broke. And that's really what you want to remember, folks. If you want education, you look at any trend line, and generally the first move up is the biggest. It comes down again. Just think about a ball. Drop a ball from 5 feet above the ground and watch it. It does exactly this. It's amazing how physics ends up ultimately playing out in the stock market. And that's, again, precisely what we saw right here. And this is, again, something that will repeat time and time again. Another factor to recognize is that when you enter a bear market, the rallies are what they call rip your face off rallies. In other words, the rallies in a bear market are the most powerful, more powerful than bull markets. Bull markets are slow grinds, right? Slow, just every day up, 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 up. And we've seen that, right? We saw that since April. Bear markets is where you have larger down moves like 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe 10 days down, and then you get this monster rally back up. But it's short-lived, and we're already seeing that this morning in the futures. Now, the kicker is this, right? As the markets are set to open lower today, we're hearing news from China. And this is something I've warned about many times over. China has instructed its banks to buy less U.S. treasuries. Now, China's bought less U.S. treasuries itself. We've seen many countries around the world shying away from buying U.S. debt. Part of that is the fact that the U.S. debt continues to spike dramatically higher. And obviously, investors or buyers of U.S. debt are saying, wait a minute, are we really going to get paid back on this debt? Or is the dollar going to just be printed ad nauseum? But other factors remain that diversifying away from the U.S. dollar and from U.S. treasuries is a way to mitigate the power of the U.S. influence on these other countries. And with the trade wars and all of this, countries are scrambling to do that. All right, into the charts we go again. So number one, we have the breakdown here. We then have seen a classic retrace to the scene of the crime. There's your pullback for about a week, and then there's your big bounce. And my expectation is we could even chop like this a little bit, but inevitably, if you look at 100 of these charts, you will see that majority, meaning 70% or so, they end up going lower. In addition, my concern now is raised that we could be forming a head and shoulder pattern. All right, now it's very preliminary, all right, but nonetheless, you can see shoulder, head, and if we curl over here over the next couple weeks, guess what? You now have a shoulder. A break point here triggers a move down. A measured move would solidify us probably in this range as our near-term target on the S&P 500. All right, so again, bias remains strongly to the downside. How would my bias change? Very simple. If we could get the market to take out this area here and breach above, confirming a breakout, then you're in price discovery mode. But until then, you have to go with the charts are in charge here, and they are pointing to the downside. All right, now we go into the Nasdaq. Now, the Nasdaq's particularly interesting here. So number one, we have the same trend line that extends back to the tariff April sell-off low. You have the same sort of move, the big arc, the smaller, the tiny, the breakdown. the retrace. So it's very similar. There's your big bounce on Friday of about 2% on the Nasdaq, but it's very similar in that way to the S&P 500. Now, the kicker here is this. I want to show you guys this. This is pretty remarkable. Now, look at this, what we have. If we look at a chart here, okay, and I'm going to try to remember the trend line here, but if we take this high to this high, and I'm going to look for a parallel here, look at what we get. Is this remarkable or what? So here we have a shorter parallel. Now, the parallel we were looking at on the S&P 500, this one extends amazingly back to the COVID lows. So you're going back literally almost 5 years now, March 2020. In 1 month, we'll be right there. Okay? It literally marked the high on the market here in the bull market before the bear market of 2022, the bear market lows of COVID 2022, and the liberation sell-off low. And look, where did we tag? Right there. And look at how the market, after it tagged, it kind of faked everyone out. It made a brief new all-time high by a fraction, and then was like, nope, I'm just pulling the rug away from investors. And that's what we're seeing now, right? So it's really remarkable how we see the charts just guiding us with these parallels. Parallels are one of the most impressive indicators, or at least trend line controllers that I've ever found. Absolutely incredible. Now, going back to the Nasdaq, let's go back to the Nasdaq composite. And the reason I bring the difference up here is because you essentially have two separate parallels. The one on the S&P goes back to 2020. This one goes back to 2023. And we can see, again, it connects through this low in 2023, which was January. So this is your bull market high of 2021, bear market low of 2022 into January 2023, your tariff liberation sell-off low, and then look at the high. And what's interesting here on the Nasdaq is we have never taken out this high, let alone touch that line again, which obviously would be a new high. And then again, down, inside bar action. And by the way, what kind of pattern is this, guys? For those of you that are pattern recognition buffs, which is important in TA, if you have a down move with something like this, what is that telling you? It's a bear flag, right? In spirit of bear flag. And so essentially, when everyone was riding this kind of wall of worry up and so bullish in the markets going into December, thinking about a Santa Claus rally, what was it actually telling you? It was telling you, watch out, this market's about to break down. Pattern recognition, folks, it is so important for us as technical traders. Now, what does this tell us? Same thing as the S&P, a rollover is likely. Now, we have to go to the Dow. Dow Jones is important here, folks, because this is a chart that reached 50,000 for the first time ever and is at an all-time high. Okay, it's really the only chart here on the major indices that's at an all-time high. And what's important here is you get max bullishness. What did I see on Friday when the Dow closed above 50,000? I saw the pom-poms out on CNBC, Bloomberg, every headline on every major website, news media outlet. Dow 50,000, Dow 50,000, hooray, hooray, Dow 50,000. That is an alarm bell to me because, number one, even numbers are usually pierced and then rejected. All right. Number two, it gets max bullishness. So if you think about retail, right, every average investor, when they see that, how are they feeling? It triggers that FOMO. It triggers that, oh, this is great. This is great news. It gets the last few people kind of on board to the bull market. And that's when the rug gets pulled. And this historically has seen it. You saw it in the dot-com bubble when we pierced 5,000 on the Nasdaq, and then we fell 75%. You've seen it at other major pinpoint levels, inclusive of 7,000 on the S&P recently as well. All right, and by the way, 25,000 on the Nasdaq as well. Now, the kicker here is this. Look at this, guys. You want to see something incredible? Take a trend line here, okay, from this low, October of 2023, and drag it right here and look at what we have. All right, so what we have here is a trend line that starts here. We went up, we chopped around, we came back to it right here. We then went up, we came back to it again. We then went up, look at what happens. It breaks, has the big tariff. This is the April sell-off, March into April 2025. Then we rally up, but look, we hit it here, 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 and here, and one more time here. At what price point? 50K. 50K a hit. What is this chart shown us? This trend line has shown us that when you're above it, it is major technical support. When you're below it, major technical resistance. Therefore, price is expected to fall. Now, how big of a fall, we don't know, but with the even number added to it, that's the concern. That's the concern, that you're likely seeing a bigger top on the Dow Jones Industrial Average based on this technical trend line. Really remarkable stuff here, guys. So the thesis of this video is basically great bounce, but remember, once you enter bear markets, the biggest bounces come in bear markets. We call them rip your face off rallies because they're so powerful. In addition, the charts of literally the Dow, the S&P, and the Nasdaq are all signaling downside. You throw in the China news about less U.S. treasuries, it continues that push to diversify away, which again, less demand for treasuries means yields can go up. The 10-year yield still is holding its 4.2% breakout level, even with the challenger job cuts announced last week. We'll see the jobs data in just a couple days. You guys go have a great rest of your day. Thank you so much. Always, as always here, Verified Investing, all charts, no BS. Have a good one. Take care.